You have some really awesome investors on board, as you mentioned, kind of in the early stages, NFX, and then also Andreessen.
Yep,
I believe Jeff Jordan's on your board too.
that's right.
Could you share a little bit more about, what the fundraising journey has been like?
Yeah, so I've raised almost $100 million for Incredible Health across 3 rounds, a seed in 2017, a Series A in 2019, and a Series B in 2022. Um, and each of those fundraisings were slightly different, right? But I would say the common theme between all of them is it being, as far as the process goes, being extremely clear about who you target. Um, I definitely have a bias for Bay Area investors. I don't really mess with any non-Bay Area investors, to be honest. Like, it's my own bias, but and the reason for that is because they are more risk taking and they're less cheap too. When it comes to valuations. And it was very important also for us to target investors that were gonna help. And so I really did go after marketplace investors. Especially in those first 2 rounds, seed and Series A, because we wanted that expertise. So that's all on like process stuff. The other process aspect is just always make sure that you're in a position of strength, which means multiple term sheets, which means you're, as a CEO, able to be very selective about who you go with. That there's a lot that goes into that, right? And then the second piece is the content. The content of the story you're telling is so important. I mean, coming across as a founder that's ambitious that's really trying to change an entire industry, that's aiming for an IPO, that's aiming to build a legendary company. That's how you got to start. That's how you start the pitch before you go into any detail. So really getting the story and the content right, and the vision and the mission and so on was very important as well.